Does this motherfucker need cough syrup? Shit.
Hello.
Hello.
Why are you playing video games?
Wait a sec. Are we?
Yeah, we're on the air. We're supposed to be filming the show, genius.
Welcome to Filmatic. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your host, wait for it. Oh my God, here comes the robots. Ba 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 ba. Ching ching ching. The Film Doctor.
I'm pretty sure they didn't have guns.
In my world, they do. Keep going. Okay. And okay. What is this? It's too prissy. Okay, he's part of the step team. He has a headache now. We're doing charades.
And the film.
Huh? Oh,
so
please don't do that.
And we are back in the attic with another hot film to dissect. Mitchell's versus the Machines. Coming to us from Netflix. And Netflix, y'all done went up on them rates. So y'all know what to do.
Go ahead and hit us with those sponsorships. And as always, let's jump right into our film review. Mitchell's versus the Machines, a kid's movie. I mean,
what's better than Without Remorse?
It's oh my God, don't be a dick. Here we go. I really, when you have a kid's movie, there's not much that you can take apart and tear apart from it in order to dissect it. It's either good or it's not good. It's either something that kids are going to enjoy or not enjoy, as well as adults. It's either a good movie or a bad movie.
This movie was Dylon, and Dylon.
So for those that don't speak Ebonics, he's saying that movie is fire. Fire. I loved it. I loved it when I saw the trailer. I laughed throughout the trailer. I laughed throughout this movie. It had a great story. It had a great message. I think the message throughout it all was bigger than, and I love when kids movies do that because it kind of is that coaching or training tool for kids to kind of open their eyes and see stuff from a different perspective while also being entertained and enjoying the film. And I love it for adults because adults have to take their kids to see these movies, and maybe it's an eye-opener for them to teach or even explain certain things that don't make sense to their children, those good positive messages and values to their children. I love the story. I love the comedy. I love the direction. I loved everything about it. I mean, for me, like you said, if we're going to put stuff up inside that A caliber, it needs to belong up there. And I think that this film belongs up there. So for me, I'm going to give it an A+. I love the music that was portrayed in it. I love the actors that were utilized with the voiceovers and the portrayals of each individual character that was portrayed. The dad and his persona and where he came from, to be able to tell those stories and the backstory. The daughter, I love the dog, and I hate dogs, but I love the dog. I love the brother. Everybody. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say.
Deborah Bott and Eric.
The robots definitely. Oh my God, they were so funny. And there was a part, and I can't even remember what it was. Maybe it was when they were doing the elevator and then like were drawing on themselves. I know that's probably a spoiler, but still, that section was like hilarious. Like I'm dying laughing. So I loved everything about it. A+.
A+ for me as well. My grading scale is much stricter than his, so to get up there, you really gotta be a good film, and this film was fantastic. I will say this.
Let's cut him off to tell him that he downed this movie. Like, oh, I'm making him watch this and put that one movie. What movie was it that I downed and then you were so happy? Let's hear what you have to say. You love
Nobody. And
Nobody. My version of Nobody, where he downed me in this movie and loved it. A+. Love it. Keep going. I'm loving every minute of this. Go.
And that has been my review, folks. I want to thank you for tuning in.
Bullshit.
Yes, I was a bit down on this. I was more excited to watch Without Remorse, and so this was a good film. The story, fantastic. The animation was fantastic too. They did a really good job with their animation. Voice actors, great. I was shocked that Danny McBride was the dad in this, because like the dad actually had to have a little range, and he's normally only known as kind of like
and Danny McBride sucks as an actor.
As a comedic actor, so
As
for
a
him to
comedic
have,
actor, as an actor.
yeah, like for him to play a character, like voice a character with that much range, kudos to him for, you know, getting in his bag for this one.
And that character had a sensitive side, and you don't really see that from Danny McBride. And granted, this is not on camera; it's just voice, and so maybe it's a little bit different because his portrayal for a sad live action kind of thing probably would suck ass, but for a voiceover for this character, for this story, for this movie was good.
Yeah. So given the cast, the voice acting cast for this, fantastic. There's so many hilarious spots in this movie, and it's not forced. It's just genuinely hilarious. They don't go for the cheesy jokes. It's great. And even though it's a kids film, it's something that adults can watch something and learn something from as well. They do a good job. Really good children's films do that because they realize who's taking the kids to see the movie, and so they want to kind of speak to those people too. And that's why Disney is really good at what they do. That's why Pixar is really good at what they do. You know, the staples that you know that make children's movies, this is why they do that, because they're good at kind of combining that storytelling for adults and children while also making it hilarious and kind of lighthearted. It's not as serious as a live action film. You know, obviously there were stakes here, so they you know, played up on that, but they did a phenomenal job just hitting every angle. The music, like you said, the music. Some of the best music is when you're so into this, it puts you even more into the scene where you don't realize that it's doing that. And they had a lot of good music that just puts you in the scene and you didn't realize, this music is great.
And I think that the music fit.
Yeah.
You know, you can take really good music, but if it doesn't fit with the scene that's going on, with the emotion that's going on, then it doesn't work. And in this film, it did. I love the villain. The villain is technology. Yeah. You know, just that villain had when it got upset and it wanted to have its temper tantrum. I'm dying laughing. Like there's too many moments where because of. And they didn't spend a lot of time to develop these characters. A very short time, you already knew these characters. And I don't know if it's because we all have family, and so we all have that person that we can relate to. But the personas portrayed inside of this for each character, whenever they were being themselves, they were just being themselves and naturally funny.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's not a ton of character development here, but no need for it. They you know, they did a great job, and you kind of see character development in a spot over the film. It just, we don't start out with this huge broad exposition of everybody in the family. I mean, we kind of get a little bit about everybody, and then they kind of say, okay, let's jump into the story. So yeah, I mean, and then there were some messages about technology too, that, you know, people should take seriously, like, you know, companies getting your data and stuff like that, and things that can go wrong. They kind of hid some kind of serious messages. They kind of threw some of those in there. But.
Or even that we're so glued to technology, and without the necessity of it, maybe there would be complete madness and
right.
Or like that just. And I think
the dude, like the Braveheart dude in this movie, that was funny too.
When I think back to when I was a kid, and it's just like we didn't have, you know, smartphones and everything. It was really like go out inside and play for a while. Right. Now you can sit indoors and be on your phone or tablet,
right.
Or, you know, Nintendo Switch or something for hours and hours and hours, and you miss out on those moments with family and family time. And I think that there was just not just the technology aspect, there was so much like the family aspect and so many other kinds of messages that were just important to have. You can have a good movie that you laugh through and had all the music. Having those messages and those values just was an added plus, a bonus to making this film great, which is why it's up inside of my A+ category.
Yeah, it's just an A+ for me too. As you guys know, it's very hard to get up there for me, and when you tick all the boxes and you do it right, even though it's a kids movie and it's animated, they did it right. They knocked this one out of the park. They earned that A+. Kudos to everybody who had a hand in this. Yeah, A+. A
All right.
plus.
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Please don't forget to check this movie out, as well as don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, tie a little note to a pigeon's leg. Woo, there you go, buddy. Send it along this way. Go ahead and put a little message in the bottle, throw it inside the water, let it reach our shores. Type it up on the keyboard. Let us know inside the comments how you guys feel about the episode, how you feel about the movie. And as always, please don't forget that this has been another exciting episode of
Filmatic.